Ratoon stunting disease, better known as RSD, is caused by a bacterium which infects the xylem vessels or the water transport vessels of the sugarcane stalk. RSD was discovered in 1944 by a BSES pathologist, and it has now become the most economically important disease of the sugarcane industry both in Australia and around the world. The impact RSD has on your crop is a decline in yield of anywhere between 5 and 60% depending on the tolerance of the sugarcane variety. LSB, leaf sheath biopsy, is a new method that HCPSL has adopted into their survey practice this year. The LSB method is a simple procedure of collecting 50 small discs from the lowest green leaf sheaths on a stalk using a hollow punch. The leaf discs are then placed into a small plastic bag and stored in a cooler. Back in the office, approximately 4 mL of distilled water is added to the bag of leaf samples. The bags of leaf samples are then kept refrigerated for 24 hours. Compared to the xylem extraction method, where 16 stalks are collected from the field and taken to where juice is extracted and frozen before being sent to the lab. Both sampling methods use the same qPCR diagnosis technique. The SRA lab uses DNA molecular assay to specifically detect the RSD pathogen. LSB allows us as an organisation to get into your paddock sooner, as you can sample at the 4 months of age in the crop development phase. Not only this, you also get to sample more stalks within the field, which would give you a higher probability of finding the disease. When sampling, leaf discs are taken from 50 stalks across the field, from all 4 corners and in the middle of the field. Transmission of RSD is through the spread of juice. Any activity which allows the spread of juice from one stool to another stool has the potential to spread RSD. This may include stool splitting when fertilizing or harvesting, etc. Sterilizing equipment between blocks and between farms is the best way to prevent this. When sampling a first ratoon field, knowing where the harvester entered the block allows a greater focus, that is, a little more sampling on this side of the block, as there is a high chance that contamination may have been spread to and through the field by the harvester. There is a strict cleaning method we are required to undertake for the LSB method while in the field. The leaf punch is placed into a mixture of 1 part bleach and 9 parts water for 5 minutes to decontaminate. This includes using a straw cleaner to remove any leftover leaf tissue from the inside of the punch. After 5 minutes, the punch is rinsed in clean water. The sample, after being refrigerated for 24 hours, the liquid is extracted from the bag, put into a vial and barcoded. These barcodes are then scanned into a database for reference and traceability from field to lab. The vials are then frozen before being sent to the SRA lab. We have started sampling, so please come into the office with your farm maps now. Below is a link to a page on the HCPSL website which will help you to access your new farm maps from Wilmar's Grower Web.